who have provided us, brilliant action day in and day out whenever they have raced. And today I'm joined by my co-commentators, Dan, this is Jasasin, and Sai, and as well as our streamer for today, Shrock. Hello guys, how are you?
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing well, Kaake, and I hope you're having a great day as well. All of you, in fact.
Yeah, indeed. Okay.
Yeah, so as we gear up for the people to get ready, why don't we switch over to the track video so that we can have a brief look at what it's like. So yeah, just 5.8 kilometer track, some really sharp turns, some really iconic turns, maggots, beckets, of course, two DRS zones, and some really nice elevation changes as well along the course. And not to forget how a hot lap would look like. So let's go to the hot lap video.
Come on board a lap of the Silverstone Circuit. Now heading to turn 1, it's a flat out. Want to use minimum steering and keep it as smooth as possible as to not throw off any speed. Into turn 2, fail brake extremely heavily and then just a light dab on the brakes for turn 4. Slingshot the car into Brooklands. You want to keep a wide line and watch out for the DRS board on either side of the track and open it with a few extra Ks you will need to overtake on this track. Braking just after 50 for the Luffield section. Lots of different lines you can experiment with through here, but as we see, take a tight line and then slingshot the car onto the second straight, which is formerly the pit entrance and the old GPs. Now into Cobb's Corner, it's relatively flat out, but again, you have to be very accurate with the steering as to not scrub any speed off the car. Into Maggots and Beckets as you glide from apex to apex, keeping the minimum speed high. Just to dab on the brakes in the Beckett section and slingshot the car into Hanger Straight. Watch out for the DRS board on either side of the track. Open it for the extra Ks. Now into Store section, you want to brake just after the curb starts. And just a dab on the brakes and then you flick the steering onto the right and get a great exit. And to Vale, tires are crying by this point, but you just got one more corner, so hang on as you get a slingshot exit onto the start finish straight, and that's a lap of Silverstone.
So yeah, that was a blazing lap from Rahul right there at 25.9. So Sai or SSJ, what guys do you expect? What pace do you guys expect the T3 boys to be at?
Well, I did some practice with some of the faster guys in Tier 3, and yeah, I am expecting one mid 127s on softs, and probably if the alternate strategy is what's on their mind, then 28, low 28s, low to mid 28s.
They are
Absolutely.
really fast, the tier 3 guys. So let's see what they do.
Yeah, indeed they are. And also, looking at how the championship stands right now, it's a really close battle all the way around. Mountain Wolf currently leading the championship with 177 points, followed by Eric Griffin at 160 and Saurav Pat at 150 points respectively, the two Mercedes teammates. Then, of course, the midfield battle is insanely close, where P3, P4, and P5 are separated by just 4 points. So, yeah, these guys are, battling it out hard, and they have been providing some excellent content for us as well. Also, not to forget the constructor standing where the Mercedes definitely has a clear-cut lead over anyone else with Alfa Romeo in P2 at 266 points. And the McLaren teammates who make a comeback today, Inc. and Slayer, both racing together finally, currently P3 at 257 points. So as we load into the session, we see a really nice weather forecast with the qualifying getting wet towards the end. So a cloudy start, and then we'll see wet quali, and same for the race where we'll have a cloudy start, which will which should remain dry according to the weather predictions in the game. So, side definitely these guys will be running out as soon as possible and setting those laps in the first 10 minutes to get the fastest time possible.
Yep, indeed, because as we can see, the last 5-10 minutes, I guess, will be with intermediate conditions. I think they will be doing their hot laps, I think, before the time ticks down.
Absolutely. We have a full grid today, all 20 drivers. Tier 3 in general has been, a full grid almost every race. And a few people coming back from vacations, or should I say, pain of exams and whatnot. But it's good to have lots of people back here. So, expecting, as SSJ mentioned earlier, high 27s to low 28s. Of course, cloudy conditions, track would be slightly colder. So, how it ramps up in the first 10 minutes itself is going to, you know, tell us a lot about who's gonna start where.
Yep. I think I can bet into our 29s. What do you think, okay?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Do you think anyone will get into the 26s?
26 is that's gonna be a real tough ask, definitely. I doubt they can get into 26s. They have to put one out of their, not gonna say that word, but yeah, they're gonna put one out of their rear to definitely get in 26.
Yep. See, two drivers, in fact, out on mediums, Blaze and I think Eric Griffin.
Yep, Blaze and Eddie Griffin. Ashok, this stream on Discord seems to be a bit choppy. It's lagging a bit.
Yep.
Let me see if I can do something about that.
As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nearly I think 8 drivers out on their outlaps on softs.
As we sort out some technical issues, fret not, we will keep you updated on what the times are and how the things are standing in the overall qualification.
Yep.
Right now, of course, people in a bit of a helter-skelter going out as soon as they can to get their laps before the rain comes in, which should be there around when there's about 5 to 6 minutes left in the quali. So, yep, they have got around 8 minutes from right now to get in their fastest laps.
Yep. I feel everyone will go on soft maybe because soft to medium I think is an ideal strategy here.
Yeah, absolutely. Soft, medium, or medium soft. But then again, I think everyone would want to prioritize their starting position right now. Get those fastest laps in. So I believe soft to medium is gonna be the preferred strategy for a lot of people.
Yep. And I think maybe few couple of drivers will try out the medium soft in the top 10.
Yeah, possible. Definitely some of those guys who have the pace on the mediums are definitely gonna go for it.
Let's see what times does everyone do, Hopefully 26 will pop out by someone.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Shrock, why don't you change your Discord stream to 72030? That would save some resources for us.
Yep, let's try that. Let me know if it gets better.
So yeah, just looking at a few times here and there, we had 4 drivers setting up their times in 128s. And
One of the driver went 127.7 and
Yep.
I think it was Logesh. Yep.
Yep,
With a
Mountain Wolf
127.7.
and Logesh, both into 127s.
Yep. And Blaze with a 28.1 on mediums. And I see a Red Bull DNFing of Logesh.
Maybe he thinks that it's all good. Just that time is more than enough to,
I think he went
up.
a bit too fast into Cops, I guess. After Cops, I think he lost the rear end, maybe. That's where his car was, and I think it vanished now.
Yeah, looks like so. And yeah, definitely the stream is much more better now, Shrock. Thanks for that.
Yep. Thank you, Shrock.
So yeah, as we see, Logesh with a 127.7 and Mountain Wolf 127.9, the two drivers in the 127s, and we have Existence. Is this his first race or did he race in the previous
Yep,
one
it's
as well?
his first race
Yeah.
as a reserve. So let's see. Hopefully, he does really well
Yep,
on his
he's
debut.
he's a new joinee and has shown some decent pace to get into our T3. Of course, a few drivers not racing for the Alpine team, so the reserves get a chance to put on a show right here with us. So Existence gets a go at it, and he is currently P4 with a time of 128.4. Sarfad, meanwhile, in the Mercedes, currently putting the purple sector 1. So this should be a rapid lap by him and has a car ahead of him which looks like an Alpine as well. So maybe a bit of a toe, not too much though since it's quite ahead. Puts in a personal best sector 2 as well. So he is definitely on for a 27s.
I think maybe a 27.23, maybe.
Yep, quite possible. Let's see how he runs up
That's a 28.0.
Damn, that's look like it should have been faster, but anyway, the 128.0. He had a purple sector 1, so he should have some more time in his back.
Yep, he will. I think Excess Scoop is on his hot lap, or is he on his out lap?
Looks like, yeah, he's on his out lap.
Yep, the Delta says it.
Few people giving way to drivers on their out lap. Interestingly, probably saving a bit of their battery out of their out lap because, of course, after the hot lap, sorry, because, of course, with too less time on the dry stints here, pitting in again would be a bit, cutting it close with the rain coming in.
Yep, I think everyone should be out right now. I think Alpha Morty, McLean Dotai, Uday, and Eric, and even Suhaib haven't set a lap time yet.
Yeah, this should be there. Of course, these guys are still in the pits, so that's an interesting call what they are up to right now. They should definitely put in a time as quickly as possible.
Yep, let's see if Access Scoop can improve on his lap time. He did a 28.7.
Yeah, as he goes across the GT3 start finish line, the wood court, and of course now on across the cops corner into the maggots and Beckett section. Nicely held once again. Slight lift off here, slight tap of the brakes downshift. Goes really wide, misses that apex. That's gonna compromise a lot of time for him. And as we see, he's 6 tenths up by the end of sector 2 on Logesh's time. And let's see if he can get back some time he lost in sector 3.
I think he's gonna box. Yep, he is into the pits.
Yeah.
As you can see, every driver has taken the softs and no one has taken the mediums. I think everyone might be doing the soft start.
Yeah, possible. Everyone on the softs now, they would want to get away as smoothly and quickly as possible. And again, that rain threat being right there, lots of people don't want to risk taking mediums and not putting up their best time.
As we can see, Slaya in P2, right behind, I think less than a tenth. I think over a tenth behind Logesh's time.
Yeah, just short 10th and about 500ths of a second separating Mountain Wolf and Slayer. So quite a close quali already, in just 200 separating Blaze and Mountain Wolf. So this quali is already pretty close. And
I think the top 5 are really close. If you can see the times.
yeah, absolutely. It's 410 separating all of the top 5. And then a bit of a gap between Saurav and Existence. But let's see how the guys who have yet to settle up, McLean, Uday, Eric Griffin, of course, championship leader. Let's see how these guys go ahead and put out their laps.
Yep, as we can see, I think Blaze is on his hot lap.
Yep, Blaze is on his hot lap, a personal best sector 1 for him.
Let's see what his sector 2 times tell, if he's improved in the sector 2.
Nicely held through maggots and wickets. A bit, sort of a shallow turn in at the exit of that corner. It's still, it's another personal best for him.
And Existence goes P4 with a 27.920, less than, I think it's 1,000 behind Mountain Wolf.
Yeah, 1,000. Yep, by just 1,000 of second behind Mountain Wolf.
And Blaze goes P2. Wow, that's a good lap from Blaze.
Yeah, just 200ths of a second, and he had a yellow sector 3, so maybe he has a bit of time there to eke out. And
maybe it started to rain, maybe?
I think yes. Those a few drops I see.
Yep. I think we can go on board with Alpha Morty, maybe if he's on a hot lap, or is Existence on a hot lap? I don't think so. Let's see what does Existence, is he on a hot lap? I don't think so, because Alpha Morty down in P13. Let's see what he does in the sector 1. Is it a personal best? Nope, it's a yellow sector.
Yeah, interesting call though from Eric Griffin, Uday, who still haven't come out of the pits yet. So
I think Eric has some internet issues because he kept joining and rejoining the lobby. So let's hope he gets his internet stable.
Damn, that's really hard on him. Of course, he's leading the championship and would want to consolidate that lead even further.
I think, if I'm not wrong, Mountain Wolf is leading, and I think Eric is P2.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm really sorry. It's not.
I think because Eric is, trying to catch Mountain Wolf.
Yeah.
But if he starts P18, I don't think he can catch that much.
That is definitely true.
And I think Alpha Morty invalidates his lap and boxes. As you can see, McLean don't die goes up to P7. It's a good lap from him. The dying stages of this qualifying session, and that's a spin.
McLean, yep. That rain is, I think, kicking in right now.
Yep, I don't think McLean shouldn't start on those tires. I think after that spin.
Yeah, still quite a few people on their outlap on the soft tires, so maybe they still have a bit of time to just get that one hot lap in.
Yep, I think Mountain Wolf is trying to get that pole position and take that pole position from Logesh, who unfortunately DNF'd.
Yeah, that is true. Onto.
And that's a purple sector, I guess it's for Mountain Wolf. Yep.
Yep, purple sector 1 for him.
Let's see if is that an Alfa Romeo ahead of him. Yep. It's his teammate Neon, who is, I think, P8. Yep.
Yeah, going to the side, giving him way onto the cops corner, takes it nice and flat now into Megats, clips the left-hander apex, clips the right-hander apex, slide downshift into the right-hander here, and then just floor it onto the hanger straight, and looks like a personal best sector 2. He is 4/10 up on P1 Logesh time, so it's going to be a really fast lap. Keeps the car slightly wide there for the stow corner into the whale chicane now. Nicely held through the first left turn and then through the second right turn as well. He is keeping it really nice and goes P1 127.4. That's a blazing fast lap from Mountain Wolf.
I think Slayer also has started his hot lap. Yep,
Yep.
he has.
Yeah,
And
personal
let's
best
see
for
what's
him.
his second sector. That's now personal best. I think he's 2 tenths down on Mountain Wolf.
Yeah, about 100, something odd like that. And if he maintains that time, he can slot in at P2 because Logesh is, of course, 4 tenths behind Mountain Wolf at the moment. And meanwhile, other drivers in the top 5 are also on their outlap, and he goes
And Slayer goes
P1.
P1. Wow.
Wow. Oh, that was a rapid sector 3 because that's where he gained most of the time, I think.
Yep, he did indeed. I think the tier 2 time was a 27.1. Let's see if anybody beats that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a rapid lap from Slayer indeed. Then Mountain Wolf currently 100th behind him. Alex
And
Joseph goes
Alex!
P3. Wow,
Wow. I
that's
think
come out
he's
of nowhere.
filling my shoes really good. I think Alex, well done, Alex.
Yep, that's come out of nowhere. The Red Bull goes P3, and that's almost 4 tenths behind Slayer though, but still that's a really nice lap. And onwards from P4 to P7, it's a really tight battle for who gets to be in the higher position. No rain, I think, interestingly so far. We had a few droplets, or maybe that was just.
And Blaze did a personal best there. So let's see. Let's not count out Blaze.
Absolutely, and he just needs to improve by a few tens to go P2. Actually,
Oh,
with
that
how
was so
close
close
these
to get
guys.
invalidated.
Yeah, testing all the limits out there.
Let's see what he does in his second sector.
Nicely and slightly wide for the
And he
for
goes
the
purple
chapel.
sector 2.
Yep, 1/10 up on Slayer's time. Is that 27-1 on?
Or if he can gain even more, will my dream of getting a 26s?
Ooh, that's gonna be
A big ask.
damn good lap to get into 26. As he
Let's
rounds
see
up the
coming.
final corner
Oh,
goes
that's a
toward, oh
27.
wow, flat
Wow.
27.2, sorry, 27.2.
Blaze
Wow,
just blazed the timing screens there.
absolutely. The time Slayer pulled out of sector 3. Blaze has done it in sector 2. That purple sector 2 was definitely one for the ages for him. And he goes up to P1. Slayer just 900ths of a second behind him as we are on board him. He has a yellow sector 1, so it's gonna be a tough ask to improve further, I would say. Purple sector 2, but one almost 200ths off of Blaze time right now.
Let's see where Ink goes. He's, I think, currently on his lap. And yes, he goes up to P8 from P15. That's a good lap from Ink.
Yep,
After
finally
coming back
putting
from
in a
Goa, I
time.
guess.
Yep, finally putting in a time and goes P8. Eric
Let's see if
Griffin
Slayer
goes
can
P9.
improve on his time. Can he? Nope.
Nope, he does it.
And that's the qualifying done and dusted. What are your thoughts, Kaake?
These guys have definitely put in some really strong times with Blaze and Slayer just separated by 900ths. And then we have Mountain Wolf in P3, two tenths behind Blaze. And then the, sort of close battle again between Alex and Logesh, then Saurav and Existence. So these guys are putting on quite a show right there. Interestingly, Uday and Suhaib didn't get to set a lap time, and Thermo, I believe, had a quali ban for this race. So maybe that's why
Yep,
he's in
they
there.
did.
So yeah, that's our final qualification order. Blaze in the Ferrari blazes to pole position with a time of 127.2. Slayer right behind him in the McLaren, just 900ths behind him. Mountain Wolf in P3 in the Alfa Romeo, and Alex Joseph subbing in for Sai right here in our combox goes P4, followed by his teammate in the other Red Bull P5. Sort of Pat in the Merc P6, followed by our debutant Existence, then Ink and Eric Griffin and McLean Dyer rounding up our top 10.
Yep, I think Ajax really did well there, putting his Red Bull in P4. So let's see what the race holds for us, Kake.
Yeah, absolutely. The that full turn one section is going to be lovely into the Abbey corner. Uh, these guys, Slayer definitely will be hoping for a better start and getting him. If I'm not wrong, they start on the right side, na? On the inside line, basically.
Yep, they
Yeah.
do.
So Slayer has a nice chance to, go around the outside and take the inside line for the arena part of the track. So let's see how eager he is to get the lead.
Yep, and don't discount Mountain Wolf too. He's up in P3 there.
Absolutely. He will be looking to slot in behind those drivers and take advantage as soon as he sees a gap.
Let's see what the top 10. I think they're starting on
Oh,
softs
it's
and
a
it's
rainy
raining.
start. So yeah, the
Wow.
weather prediction has thrown us off.
Okay, that's very interesting.
We were expecting a rainy end to the quali, but it's actually a rainy start to the race. That's
Yes.
even better. A few strategy calls to be made now, though.
Yep, and I hope no one donates their front wings.
Oh, yes, definitely. As clean, we hope for a clean start to have as many finishes as possible.
Think everyone will be starting on inters. Is it inter conditions? I guess.
Yeah, we'll get to know as soon as these guys load in for the formation lap, and we will see how harsh these wet conditions are right now.
Yep. I guess the rain spiced things up, in the race.
Absolutely. And those who didn't set a time or were, serving quali banners, qualified quite a lot behind, they definitely have, another shot to gain a few positions at the starting itself.
Yep. And I guess Blaze is on pole, and I think he has filled the shoes of Ripe, who had a race ban. So I
Oh,
think he
yes.
has
How can
filled
we
the
forget
shoes
that?
even much better than Alex, but Alex still did really good, to get the Red Bull up to P4.
Yep, a few popcorns definitely in the race for this race, as Moto is suggesting in the chat. And yeah, it's gonna be really damn interesting how these guys go ahead.
Yep. And I hope we get the start as soon as possible so that we don't miss any of the action.
Yep, so as we wait for the guys to load in to our race start, and we have just 20 seconds to go for the race start now, so hang in tight, and it's going to be a banger of a race to get things started on Silverstone.
Yep. Less than 10 seconds for the formation lap.
Would be definitely interesting to see how wet these conditions are by looking at the tires these guys are on, and if the race goes on to dry, that's another
That's
race
gonna
strategy.
spice up the strategies and the teammates, the battles.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see what the drivers put on the tires. Maybe it's inters, I guess, or is it full wets? Let's check out. Think everyone are on their inters.
Yep, everyone's on inter tires, so not quite fully wet for the wet tires, but even inters is gonna make it damn interesting.
Yep, I think the start would be very crucial for all the 20 drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Is stream a bit choppy for you? Is that my internet side?
Yep, it's for me also. Okay.
Yeah.
As you can see, the predicted top, I think it's a one stopper.
Yeah, around like 13 to 20 for the one stop, and then if
But
you
as
are
I've seen yesterday in Tier 2 race, I've seen three people do a no stopper in the inter conditions.
a no stopper.
Yep. And
Oh,
I think
damn.
Ashish Monterio, I think, won that with a no stop.
Oh, wow. I missed that result. Sorry about that. But then, if you can pull off a no stopper, oh, that's really amazing.
And I think he told that he had like a 72% wear at the end of the 26 laps. So, yep,
Wow,
it's going to be
that's
difficult.
driving right on the edge. So, Shrock, if we can get the stream a bit sorted before the race start, it's a bit choppy right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
not sure what more we can adjust. Maybe we can try going a bit lower on the settings, but I think it's something to do with the internet.
No issues. We can definitely have a work around and see what's going on.
Let's try this if you guys like.
Yep. Yep. I think now it's fine, right, Kake?
Yep, looks much better.
All right,
Yep.
great.
As we can see, Blaze lining up. Slaya in P2, Mountain Wolves the championship leader in P3, and Alex in P4 ahead of his teammate Logesh. And we have Saropat in P6, Existence in P7, and Ink in P8, Eric Griffin in P9, and McLean Don't Die P10. So, what do you think about the top 10, Kake?
I'm sorry, I missed what you said right now. I was just, AFK for a while.
Yep, no worries. As we can see,
Yep, everyone has lined up. We have two lights and off, five lights, and off we go. That was a amazing start from Slayer right there, who has taken the lead into turn one, and they go a bit wide here and there. And the Red Bull of Alex Joseph has also passed Blaze right now, who has fallen down to P3. An amazing start from Slayer, and nonetheless, a few drivers falling down behind. Alpha Morty has fallen behind quite a lot. Ace Scoop is also falling behind, probably a bit of crashes here and there happening right amongst the drivers, as Existence had also fallen in quite a lot and overtakes a few drivers. Ritesh Seb behind in the Ferrari dropping down, as we are on board Dark Knight, who goes around the outside and takes a few positions. A bit of wheel line between Ace Scoop and Vinay just barely keeping it on track, and Dark Knight probably getting a hit from behind as well. And we are now on board Sort of Pat, who is right behind Ink, going into the cops corner. Not flat definitely in these wet conditions, and maggots and buckets become increasingly tricky as well. You have to be very careful on your braking points and when you downshift to avoid excessive wheel spin and traction loss. And just a slight recap, Slayer had amazing start, has already pulled off more than a 1 second lead on Alex Joseph.
and I guess Thermo has spun.
Yep, that's Thermo who has spun.
Yep, that's the first spin in the race. Let's see if anyone else adds to the spin count.
Yeah, so Blaze losing it out on 3 positions, now down to P4 after starting on pole position. That doesn't help his cause one bit for the race, for pushing for the race victory. And if we can also see that Vinay and Alpha Morty have pit along with Thermo. So looks like some front wing damage as he goes down the inside into the arena corner on Neon. Neon is keeping it ahead of him. And did he spin right there? Yes, I think he did spin.
I think
Just losing it out on the inside.
the two tier 3 coordinators had a really good battle there.
Yeah.
I think 3 have already pitted. Vinay, Alpha Moti, and Therm. I think they donated their wings, as I said, Kake.
Yeah, looks like a front wing donation case. We had a bit of chaotic start in the back right there.
And is there gonna be a Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton move here?
It's a Ferrari and a Mercedes, and the Ferrari backs out. Blaze backs out, is now down to P5 now. Eric Griffin up to P4.
And Logesh is right behind Blaze there. So, yep.
Yeah, it's turning out to be a tough start for Blaze right here, and
He
slightly
gets
dips
the
his
lead.
wheel in the car.
And Eric goes onto the grass there.
Yeah, lots of wheel going really wide as you're cutting a lot of corner as Blaze fancies a dive on Eric Griffin, but backs out of it. Logesh, meanwhile, trying to fly as closely behind as he can, and a bit of front wheel and wing banging on it, and goes
Oh
down.
no!
Oh, that's a Zbinala for Logesh, who is now down to P12
Well,
and falling down the order further as Slayer puts in the fastest lap, and Neon also picked up a 3-second time penalty behind in the previous lap, and
yep.
Logesh
And Ritesh gets
Ritesh
a
also picks
5-second
up
penalty or 3 second.
3
Yep,
seconds.
3 second.
Yeah, track infringements already kicking in, and we are in just lap 3.
So, yep, I think that's a really bad start for Logesh there from P6 to P16.
Yeah, if we can switch over to the positions gained and lost graphics, that would give us a really good idea of what has happened so far in the race.
Yep. There we go. Logesh has lost 11 positions, and I think the biggest gainer is Uday with 6
Yep.
places gained,
Make
as well
that
as
7.
Eric.
Make that 7 as he goes
Make that 7
past
now.
McLean don't die now. And also Eric Griffin, who is right behind Mountain Wolf. That's how the championship stands as well. So
Yep.
an interesting battle overall going right around as
And
Blaze
Blaze
picks
gets,
up a 3-second time penalty.
yep, think that's gonna hurt him as he's already fallen down from pole position to P5. And Ink right behind Blaze now.
Yeah, the drivers are still pretty close to each other, relatively speaking, because of these wet conditions. They can't push too
And as we
much.
can see, Dark Knight side by side with Access Scoop. Oh, that's a bit of a.
Yeah, Ace Scoop just, came right in front of him just before the braking zone, and Dark Knight had to go on the grass. As
Logesh is trying to move into the final corner, which is a bit sketchy because, if you touch the curb, you're gonna do a really good spin there.
yeah, absolutely. And Ritesh also keeping his car nicely positioned, not giving him too much of a room to get in there.
As Eric Griffin gets a 3 second penalty. I think we're getting a lot of penalties in just 2 laps here.
Absolutely, this race very well might be decided by
And I think that's Access Scoop
penalties.
spinning. Yep, Access Scoop has spun on the track there.
Yep, P17, we see his car in the arena chicane arena part of the track where he has spun, making his way back up now.
As he has already lost 3 positions, I think he started P14. Yep.
And Blaze and Pat are currently fighting it out if we can go on with them. Going side by side into Maggots, and Blaze keeps that position for the time being.
And Logesh gets a 3 second time penalty. Not a really good day for the Red Bull driver there.
So yeah, it's a you get a time penalty, you get a time penalty. Let's throw that meme around here for sure. These guys.
What's happened? I think Hermo and Alpha Morty. Yep.
Going and he gets
That's a
time
penalty.
Yep.
I think we're gonna see who gets the disqualification first here if they keep doing this.
That is true. Blaze goes a bit loosey-goosey on the action, and Slayer meanwhile now comfortably into the lead, 2.3 seconds ahead as sort of Pat and Existence going side by side, bit of contact, and sort of Pat loses his car.
I think Existence making a mark on his debut here.
Absolutely, he has put on a decent show. And the Merc and the Alpha Tauri going side by side. The Merc goes really wide.
Really wide, loses 3-4 positions there.
Not the best corner to plan a move on the outside because.
And he loses another position to Uday here.
Yeah.
Yep, he has lost.
Yep.
Eric Griffin right behind his championship rival, Mountain Wolf here. I think the top two have, kept the gap at least like 1.8 to 2 seconds. I think Slayer leading with comfortness there.
Yeah, both of them, Slayer to Alex Joseph, and then the gap between Alex Joseph and Mountain Wolf has been around a constant 2.2 seconds or thereabouts. So yeah, those guys are putting on a consistent show right now.
Let's see the battle between Eric and Mountain Wolf here. I think let's really have a good battle between the two championship protagonists. As
Yeah,
Suhaib gets a 3-second penalty there.
into Abby and Eric really pushing it on the limits. That's really testing out the traction of his car.
Yep, I think Eric wants that P3 and he wants to go the order, but Mountain Wolf doing really well with his defensive skills there.
Yeah, still, of course, it's a wet race, so no DRS, so every move has to be a bit of, elbows out move, and of course, you want to gain as much time as on the exits as he gets really close to
Ooh,
Mountain Wolf, a slight
that
bump,
was a contact.
and almost spun around, keeps it together nicely, but loses a few crucial tens, which he could have, hoped he kept, because that was looking like a really good chance for him to go ahead of Mountain Wolf by the end of Hanger Straight.
Yep, and I think he has lost like 4 to 5 tenths to Ink, who is like 1.9 seconds behind Eric now. As we can see, Suhaib being the highest penalty taker here with 6 seconds penalty.
Yep, and there should be more penalties coming in given how these guys are driving right now in these treacherous conditions.
Yep, let's see who doesn't get a penalty. As you can see, McLean don't die, trying to keep up with Logesh, and Alex gets the fastest lap. He has taken 7 tenths out of Slayer's lead there, which was I think 2.5, if I'm not wrong, before the lap.
Yeah, 2.5, yep.
I think Alex is trying to make a move here, trying to
Yeah,
gain those
definitely
crucial
pushing
tenths in
on.
Slayer. I think Alex is really doing well in that car.
Yep, if he can, I mean, everyone is about a few tenths behind. If he can go on board Logesh, who seems to be the closest behind Dark Knight right now, as he pulls off to the side and again tucks right behind Dark Knight.
I think Dark Knight, I think started a P14 or P15 if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he started outside the top 10 for sure.
Yep.
And onto the Hamilton straight, right? That's
Yep.
the start finish straight.
That finished straight.
Yeah, that's the start finish straight.
Think, and Blaze gets another 3-second penalty, making up to 6 seconds. That's not been a good race so
course.
far for Blaze.
Yeah, that race hasn't been too promising for him. First dropping down a few positions and then these 6 seconds of time penalties not helping his cause at all.
Yep, as you can see, Neon very close to Gitan Samuel there, and he tries to make a move on the outside. Really, he's gonna make it. That's a slight contact there between Gitan Samuel and Neon.
Yeah, the way chicane provides a nice overtaking opportunity, definitely, but you have to position your car side by side almost with the car ahead so that you have that nose in. Otherwise, the car ahead is definitely going to cut you off. And again, going into the arena part, one of the trickiest part, I would say, of this track. Depends a lot how you get your exit right on the previous corner to get as much possible straight line speed on this back straight.
Yep, indeed. I think Logesh is nearly a tenth behind Dark Knight again. And I think the gap stays the same for another lap. Let's see if he can make any moves up. As you can see, a whole lot of train there, headed by Gitan Samuel.
Yeah, that midfield battle is proving to be really interesting and spread between a lot of constructors as well. So a lot of people battling it out for points for their teams as well.
As you can see, Slayer leading, same with 2.4 second gap with Alex, and then Mountain Wolf dropping a bit behind Alex there with 4.4 second gap, and Eric Griffin right behind his championship rival.
Yeah, Alpha Morty also picked up a 3 second penalty as we see Logesh going side by side with Dark Knight on the hanger straight. Will he break slightly later? They both break, he goes, he cuts the track way too much, goes on the grass now onto the wheel chicane, and Dark Knight is just
Oh,
cutting him off right there, leaving just barely enough room for him to, break on the curb on the outside. But that's, I would say, elbows out racing, and Dark Knight keeps that position up.
yep, and Logesh has to suffer another lap behind Dark Knight. And as we can
Absolutely.
see here, Eric Griffin right behind Mountain Wolf. Will he make a move into the corner there? I think he's using a lot of his ERS. Will he go down the inside? Yes, he does. Mountain Wolf, will he get the switch back? Nope. And
Nope.
Eric Griffin moves into up to P3.
Yeah, Mountain doesn't get the better exit or the switchback either, and we see Uday and Geetin Samuel going side by side into the Brooklets and Lafield section, and it's Neon who, my bad, it's Neon and Uday, so it's Neon who comes out ahead of that battle and going into the Cops corner now. Uh, Uday will be fancying chances by the end of this straight. These guys are really close, sort of as well, right behind them, and then Dark Knight also just strengthens behind them. So this P9 battle is really spicing up right now. Lots of people close behind Logesh as well in the mix in P13.
And Axel Scoop gets a 3 second penalty now, and Suhaib totals up to 9 seconds, which is the highest until now.
Yeah, absolutely. And this race, whoever keeps it clean will definitely gain quite a lot of positions.
Yep, as we can see, Ritesh, another new driver to get a 3 second penalty. And Existence is retired from the session. Can we go on
Wow.
board with Dark Knight? Okay, nope.
Yeah, if
And
we
that's
can
a
go
safety
on
car.
board. Yeah, that's a safe cat. Where's his car on track? I don't. Oh, it's right there on the start finish straight.
Yep, I think he lost it into the final corner there.
Yeah, quite possible. We will definitely get a look. If we can go on board, like, I mean, everyone is quite far behind the start
Yep,
finish line.
and
Yeah, that
his
car
car
is
has
gone
vanished.
now. Yeah.
Yep. So this is the first safety car. I think even in tier 2 we didn't get any safety cars. So yep.
Yeah, interestingly, the first safety car we have, and I think, has the rain stopped?
I guess it has. It's a little bit dry. I can see a little bit. I don't think I can see any of the raindrops.
Yeah, definitely a line hasn't formed yet, but I don't see the rain falling right now. So another bold strategy call awaits a lot of these drivers if they are willing enough to go on slicks right now to,
Yep.
maybe avoid making another pit stop.
I think one of the has made a pit stop. Has I think of access scoop. Yep.
Yeah, Mrs. Scoop has made his pit stop. Can we switch over to the
The
tires
tires,
graphics
please.
to see if Mrs. Scoop did pull off something interesting? No, he
Yep.
didn't. Still on
Nope, he
inters.
didn't. He's still on inters. I think the drivers still feel that it's intermediate conditions. I think the top two have stayed out. I think one of the Ferraris, I think, is that Blaze. Yep, it is Blaze into the pits.
Yeah, makes sense to stay out right now, to be honest, if you are
McLean
going
don't
for
die
the
gets
stop
stop.
and go.
Oh, and even a 5 second penalty. Okay. Oh, and Blaze has gone to the mediums.
Oh, yes. So Blaze is the one who's pulling the gun on a wild strategy there as well. Goes
And
on to
Uday as
mediums.
well. Okay. Seems to be a bold choice from Blaze as well as Uday also.
Yeah, the track is definitely damp and wet right now, but of course the rain has stopped. So it's going to be interesting how quickly a dry line forms out and how quickly the slick tires. And I think we did see Blaze spin right there. Yep, looks like it.
I think
In
it's
5 minutes.
gonna be really good. I think it's good. It's looking good for Blaze as well as Uday, who have pitted for mediums. I think
Yeah,
mediums can
absolutely.
go 50 laps. Yep, easily.
Yeah, just 5 minutes for the slicks to be the optimum tires. Turbo gets a time penalty once again, a 3-second time penalty.
Yep, I think Alex has spun.
Eric Griffin made contact with him, and Alex
Oh
Joseph has
no,
spun, and that's a stop and go plus a front wing donation for Eric Griffin.
it's really bad.
Damn, and Eric Griffin is down to P10.
Yep.
Oh, wow, he will feel hard done by that. And a massive time penalty for Eric Griffin, plus serve your penalty, then get that front wing changed. Oof, that's quite harsh on on himself, to be honest. He did that to himself.
Yep, I think. Well, I think Alex Joseph has pitted. Yep. Where what tires does Alex Joseph pit to? The real question. Eric Griffin has gone for inters, and Alex Joseph takes the mediums.
Some interesting calls, but I think I doubt any of the front leaders would be lapping right now.
Yep.
Would be pitting right now.
Yep, I don't think Slayer Wills is gonna pit. So yeah, the top three. I think it's a 1-3 for the McLaren boys.
Yep, a 1-3 for the McLaren boys.
But we don't know how the conditions are gonna be. I think it's really dry right now. I don't think I can see any of the raindrops there.
Yeah, I did show a few minutes ago that it will transition to a dry track and slicks would be optimum.
Yep. So it can be a hit or loss for Alex Joseph, Uday, Blaze, as well as McLaren don't die.
Yeah, absolutely. The cars are yet to bunch, so maybe
Another
we'll
lap
see if
behind
it
the
goes
safety car.
another lap. Yeah.
Yep. I feel there's a 13-second gap between Suhaib and Alex. So I think it's gonna be for another lap.
I think
So we
that's
have
McLean don't die going. Whose car is it running in the arena section?
it's McLaren don't die.
Don't
He
die,
has
right?
pitted for
Yeah.
the mediums. Yep. So I think if it's drying out Alex Joseph, Uday, and Blaze, these three will be the top three. Yep.
Definitely, they have
As we can see,
nice strategy
McLaren
call.
setting up a purple sector one. But
What? The game's gone.
I think that's a really bad graphic there.
Yeah.
I think everyone have. I think it's gonna be for another lap. Yep. I think both Alpha Morty as well as McLean has to rejoin the pack behind the safety car.
Yeah, should be the last lap. I doubt McLean would be close enough by the end
Yeah,
to join.
unless he pushes really hard.
But who is complaining? I can see that Aston Martin safety car all day long.
I think
So they are.
Mountain
What
Bull
is
is P2, and I think where is Eric? I think he's done P12.
P12?
So
Just wanted
that's
to say, Slayer hasn't had any incidents with the safety car
safety
yet.
car. Yep, indeed.
And yeah, McLean Dundee gets a stop and go for speeding under the safety car. Nice.
Okay, that's really bad for him.
As we see, all but one driver have caught up to the safety car queue right now.
So I think
McLean
the
don't
safety
die
car
left.
will be into this lap. In this lap,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, just McLean don't die left, and with his stop and go, yeah, he will be going
Oh,
into
and
the
it's
pits again.
raining again. Is it raining?
Oh yes, yes, it's. Is it? Yeah, it's raining.
Oh no, it's stopped now. What?
Wait, was that just the track being damp, which, you know, flew
I don't know,
outside?
man. Let's see. I don't see any raindrops or the droplets coming from the halo.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep, safety car is in this lap. We have 13 laps of racing left now. And Slea staying way behind the safety car so that he doesn't crashes again into the safety car.
Yeah. So Alex, Uday, Blaze, of course, being the three guys in quite a favorable position. Depends how the getaway would be. Safety car goes into the pits, and
And I think
Slayer
Slea is
has.
set off. Yep.
Yeah, Slayer has already taken off, so that's quite an early start from him.
So yeah, I think Inc wants to make it a Red. I mean, not a Red Bull. Sorry, McLaren 1-2. As we see, Eric and Alex. Ooh,
Yeah, the track looks still a bit damp, but it's definitely not raining. Blaze and Uday are fighting it out, and all the three medium runners are suddenly together.
okay, this seems to be a bit worrying for the three medium drivers if they lose a lot of time to the intermediate guys. And I can see Alex losing a lot of time there. And I think it's a sector one. I think it's Suhaib who has spun on the intermediates.
Yeah, it's Zoeb who has had a spin somewhere, yeah.
Yep, I don't know if Alex, Blaze, and do they have made the right calls? Or is it all the intermediate guys?
We have to see for another lap, definitely, to see how these mediums will, when they get up temps and how they'll perform on slightly damp track. But then the prediction did show us in 5 minutes the slick should be the optimum time. So when all the enters guys pits, as Darknet goes really wide at the exit of
I think
chapter,
that was
and
the pressure from
yeah.
Logesh.
Yep, and Logesh gets the position fairly easily.
Yep, as we can see, Access Scoop making a move on his teammate Uday there, who's on the mediums.
Yep, coming at the end
And
of
Ritesh
lap 2.
loses a position to Eric there. And Darknet retakes Logesh. Okay, Logesh is pitting. Logesh is boxing.
Yep, Logesh is boxing, so is Ritesh.
So what tire does Logesh take? Let's see.
Has to be mediums with the track. He
Oh,
goes
and
on
he's taking
soft.
Let's go. That's a really bold strategy from Logesh.
Yeah, just 10 laps to go. He definitely has enough life in those soft tires, but what he'll do.
Yep, I think he's trying to make a really bold decision as Suhaib goes down the inside of Alpha Morty.
Alpha Marty keeps the car ahead, stays in P13. Should I say original medium runners? Oh, Alex
Ooh,
Joseph
that's
and
Alex.
wow,
Okay,
that
the mediums are firing up now.
yeah, that's a heavy hit.
Ooh,
And
that's a wheel.
these guys are banging quite hard. Don't forget, Eric Griffin gave Alex Joseph slight bit of
Oh
damage.
no! Yet
That
again, I
helps
think
a
the
bit.
Inters are not the right choice of tire now.
Yeah.
As you can see, Uday pulling a gap on his teammate there.
Yep.
Suhaib gets another 3-second penalty.
The people on Inter seem to be struggling a bit right now. And Alex Joseph goes
Making round the outside. Really? Is he gonna dive down? Yep. Nope.
Easily done.
Yep. That's a really good move by the Red Bull driver, and all the top three are pitting. Yep. Everyone are pitting right now.
What?
Oh,
Who's that? Is
what
that
was
lap
that?
check?
No, that was Dark Knight. Race controller DRS enabled. Wow.
Wow. That's gonna spice things up as Alex Joseph is
Leads
currently
the
in
race.
the lead. And Blaze is back into the lead. That, early call to pit and the safety car on slick tires has worked out brilliantly for him.
Yep, indeed. Let's see, where does Logesh and Suhaib has stayed out. I think it is AI driving, if I'm not wrong.
Looks like so. I think yes.
Logesh is jumping on the timing screen there, up to P7.
What would be interesting to see how these softness now catch up to the guys ahead.
And Logesh make a move on Morton Wolf, who just exited the pits there. I think his tires are a bit too cold.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what a call by Alex Joseph. That was a really good call. I think they have a bit of a cap to all the soft tires there. I think it's Neon who spun there.
Yeah, both, all three. Oh,
That was
who was that
close.
driving?
I think that was Morton Wolf on Gitin, or was it Ink on Ritesh? Yep.
Yeah, looks like
Oh,
it
and Ink
has.
go ahead of Gitin there.
There are some really nice battles going on everywhere, in pairs right around the track. As
And
McLean
McLean
don't
Dunga is
gets
disqualified.
disqualified.
I think that's his AI.
Wow. Yeah, that's AI.
So,
Looks like.
and Alex Guzum gets the fastest lap. Pretty interesting. That's a really good call by Alex, and now Blaze gets the fastest lap with a 34.5.
Keaton Samuel planning to go on the outside at the end of Angus straight, but I think defends quite nicely and keeps the position for now. Just
As we
wanted to
can see,
say,
we have Pitts and Logesh with a 33.9 on softs. He is
yep.
looking really rapid there.
Just wanted to say that Alex, Joseph, Blaze, and Uday, the three drivers who pit under safety car on slicks, and those three are ahead on the track right now. Maybe the penalties might play a part. I think Blaze has 6 seconds of penalties, but nonetheless, it was a really good strategy call from these three
And we have a
guys.
Mercedes. Is that a Mercedes? Oh, that was a Mercedes of Eric Griffin spinning. So his championship battle has gone from really bad to worse now.
Yes, indeed. Still struggling a bit with the tire temperatures and the grip.
Ooh,
A sort of
that
pat.
was a
Wow.
sort of bad, really aggressive move on Ritesh there.
Yeah, Ritesh barely keeping it together. That's really tough corner to overtake for sure.
Yep. As you can see, Gideon Samuel right behind Ink. I think the top three, I think all the intermediate guys have lost a lot of time. As we can see, Slayer 10 seconds behind Uday. Oh, and that's a spin. That's
Oh
a
no,
spin
no,
for
no.
Gideon Samuel. And we
And
have
he
Eric Griffin DNF.
retired. Where has he retired?
He has
He
retired
has
after
retired
the
on
corner.
track. Yeah.
I think
Wow.
that's
Will
the
that
that's a
result?
safety car.
Yep.
Is that a safety car?
Let's see what the game throws at us.
Slayer goes with a 31.2. Nah, there's no safety
Yep.
car.
No
The
safety car.
car just vanished like it was never there.
The top three guys would have their hearts in their mouths when they saw a car retired on track,
Yep.
because any advantage they have had of fitting early would have been nullified under safety car.
As we can see, Blaze and Alex Joseph battling it out for P1 there. Red Bull versus Ferrari, just like the real life.
Yeah, Joseph taking some interesting lines there on the exit.
Yep, as I think Blaze will have the DRS right now. As we can
Yeah,
see
absolutely.
him right behind Alex there. Gets the DRS. Is he gonna use any of his overtake? I don't think so. And Alex Joseph just keeping it ahead of Blaze there. Who do you think will finish in the top three, Kaake?
Looking at the penalties, Leia very well might have a chance at the podium, because 6 seconds time penalty for Blaze, and Slayer has 2 seconds to catch up in the next 7 laps, and him being on the soft, it looks really likely that it will happen.
Yep, indeed. So let's see who finishes in the top three. Blaze giving it everything, and as you can see, Slayer setting another fastest lap there. Mountain Wolf as well as Ritesh gets a 3-second time penalty. My bad, I think Morten Wolf got the fastest lap there and not a penalty.
Yeah, the fastest lap.
As you can see, Neon pitting. I think, does he have? Yep, he has a yellow front left wing.
Yeah, bit of damage for him.
As we can see, Suhaib in that Williams going fastest.
Yeah, all the soft runners now putting on a show. And Dark Knight gets himself a 3-second time penalty.
Yep, as we can see, Slayer reduced that gap from 8.8 to 7.2 now. I think 7 laps left, and I think Alex wants the race to be done and dusted as he wants that win.
Yes, indeed. And 6 tenths ahead of Blaze right now, and Uday quite a comfortable distance behind. Slayer, meanwhile, has a lot of catching up to do.
Yep, he
Zenk
has
again
just
got
gained 4
60
tenths
seconds.
there.
Yeah.
Slayer goes the fastest lap, and I think these guys on the softs are just trading the fastest lap here.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the DRS coming in and the track conditions, the drivers have spaced out a bit now. I think apart from Alex Blaze and Ing Dark Knight, there are no drivers under 1 second of each other.
As Gideon Samuel gets into the 29.9, wow, these guys are really fast.
Yep, times are ramping up right now. The track's warming up.
As we can see,
These guys are
Uday
warming up.
has started P18 as is now up to P3.
Yes, we definitely
And
missed.
Blaze gets another 3-second time penalty there.
That's 9 seconds time penalty for him.
So I think Slayer and Logesh might have a shot at the podium, if possible, if anything happens further.
Yeah, I think more than that, it's Uday who will be aiming for P2.
Yep, as we can see, Dark Knight trying new lines there.
Yeah, Ink has finally, sorry, Dark Knight yet to go past Ink. Ink has been defending really nicely at the end of Hanger Straight each and every lap.
Really getting really good exits compared to Dark Knight.
That was a bit of weaving right there.
And you
he's
can
planning
see
for a
that's
switch
a
back.
really neat pass for Dark Knight with the DRS on.
Yeah, easily done with the help of DRS. Ink also letting him go.
And Slayer gets another fastest lap there.
Yeah, a 129.95, which is bettered by Mountain Wolf, who goes 129.54. So
Wow.
these soft guys are pushing it.
I think Morten Wolf is trying to get past Logesh there, who he's just like 1.1 seconds behind Logesh.
Yeah,
As you can see, the distance between Uday and Slayer is down to 4.7.
Yeah, absolutely. And also Uday has lost a bit of time to Blaze ahead of him, just 10 seconds.
And we have a yellow flag, and that's one of the Alfa Romeos.
Yeah, right on the chapel corner of Maggots and Bigots.
Yep.
A bit of spin for him.
And that's even I think that's Suhaib also on the main straight. Yep.
Yeah,
2 spins in 1 lap.
Yeah, and Neon has another front wing gone. Soheb also has his front wing donated to the track gods. And
Mountain Wolf trying to go even faster gets a 3-second penalty there.
Yeah, lots of people just getting lots of time penalties right now. This track is
As you can see,
really
Dark
tricky in
Knight
that regards.
ahead of Ink. Now Ink will get the DRS.
Yeah, as Neon retires from the session.
I think he just thinks that it's done for him.
Yep, and Ink goes past Dark Knight once again. And that's, I think, Dark Knight another lap behind Ink now, and where he will be hoping for the DRS to help him out.
Yep, indeed. As we can see, the top 2 have been battling for P1, P2 for almost like 4 or 5 laps here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex Joseph can sort of, take a chill if he doesn't get another time penalty, because both the drivers behind him have time penalties on their name. And Slayer also just 4 seconds behind. Now Uday has to catch up 1 more second in the 4 remaining laps of this race to get up to a podium position.
Yep, and Alpha Mati gets a 3-second time penalty there. Slayer has decreased the gap there to 3.7, so as to 4.7 as it was the last lap. As we can see, Alex losing it P1 there. I think Blaze gets the DRS and moves up to P1.
Yep, Blaze has the move done now, and Alex again shouldn't be forcing the issue quite a lot. Just maintain a clean drive from here on. Don't get any time penalties, and this should be his race victory for the taking.
Yep. As we can see, Modern Wolf really close against the Red Bull of Lokesh there. As we can see, the battle between the Alpha Tauri of Thermo and Alpha Morty for P13, P14 there. As Alpha Morty really goes really wide there, not a really good line, not a really good exit there for Alpha Morty.
Yeah, a few of the drivers at the back have been struggling with the exit of Beckett's and Chapel part of that iconic left-right section of the track, and that's where they have been compromising their straight line speed as well, the top end speed, the acceleration, everything flying straight.
Yep, as we can see, the battle between Logesh and Morten Wolf and Alex Joseph and Blaze there. Will Alex Joseph get a really good exit here and try and get past Blaze and get the lead there? He's got a really good line there. Gets the DRS open, uses a little bit of ERS, goes down the inside of Blaze, retakes the lead, and Blaze falls down to P2. Well, who do you think will come out on top, Kaake?
It's gonna be a seesaw battle at the end of Hangar Straight DRS zone. Who will be ahead? So because these guys are just maintaining that consistent 0.5, 0.4 of a second gap between themselves. So whoever has DRS just goes ahead and takes the lead.
Indeed, as we can see, Logesh and Modern Wolf battling it out another round here. I think the Red Bulls are really getting racy here, as Logesh is trying to keep ahead of Modern Wolf. As we can see, Ink and Dark Knight battling it around.
Yeah, these two pairs of cars, the Red Bull and Alpha, and then the Aston Martin and the McLaren have been fighting around quite a lot. Let's with the penalties coming into 4A, Ink will definitely get Dark Knight in terms of track positions. And
Yep.
yeah,
Ooh,
because
that's really wide. I think he did gain a little bit of advantage there.
it definitely would have been quite some traction and straight line speed because he didn't have to lift anyway. But
Yep.
he loses it out at the Chapel exit, and I doubt DR is gonna help him get to Alex by the end of the straight.
Yep, I think Alex will have to, try and keep calm and not get any penalties or do any spin alas here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's again Mountain Wolf and Logesh sort of battling it out. Logesh going defensive quite early, keeping the inside line. It opens up a slight bit of gap, and Mountain Wolf just slides in. Logesh breaks slightly later on the outside and keeps the position ahead with him.
I think that's a really sensible racing there, Logesh, as the angle for the inside driver will be very different. It will be very acute there. So, yep.
Yeah, the inside driver will have to take a very shallow line, which will reduce their overall apex speed quite a lot. So yeah, nice driving from Logesh right there as
Blaze
Blaze
gets
is
ahead of
past
Alex.
Alex. Yep.
Okay, so these two are battling it out very hard here.
Yeah, we are on a penultimate lap. So Blaze currently fighting for the track position victory at least with Alex Joseph. And
Yep. And I hope he gets a really good exit after Maggots and
again
Beckett
goes
there.
wide.
Yep. I think he did gain a 10th or a 2 there, but yeah. Let's see if Alex Joseph gets a good line out of the corners here, and I think he does. But it's a bit too far, or is it?
Yeah, slightly far for the DRS to help him too much.
As you can see, Slayer has brought down the gap from 3.2 seconds to just under a second. There are 8 tenths there.
Absolutely, Slayer is not, waiting for any time penalties after the results to kick in. He wants it on track and has one
As
lap
we
to
can see,
pass
Logesh
him.
Getting passed by Mountain Wolf, he goes really wide there. Will Lokesh dive down the inside?
Into the
He
wedge.
does. Wow,
Yes,
what a
yes.
move there. And Mountain Wolf has to battle it out again another time with the Red Bull driver. Can we go on board with Alex? Alex has got 1.9 seconds to blaze there.
Yeah,
I think
Alex
he had
is.
a spin. Oh no.
I think he's taking it easily right now with a 14 seconds behind him and 9-second time penalty for Blaze 2.
Yep.
So yeah, he's taking it easily. He's Uday, of course, feeling a bit of pressure from Slayer right now. He
Yep,
is
I
just
think
tracking
Sia will
behind.
have to wait for the other DRS zone and not try and do any moves here.
Yeah, this is the last lap, so he will have another shot at the end of Hunger Straight to get that position on track. And
Yep,
Ink is also
indeed.
now close behind Dark Knight too. So quite a lot of battles going on for track positions, definitely.
Yep, as we can see the Ferrari of Blaze coming down the last couple of corners there. Yep, indeed, Blaze, who has filled the shoes of Ripe, gets around the final corner and on track wins the Silverstone Britain Grand Prix and gets the fastest lap along with it. But Alex Joseph gets ahead of Blaze with Uday and Slea battling it out for P3 on track. Let's see
Yep,
who comes out on top.
I think it will be Uday on track, definitely. Slayer is quite far behind, but Slayer gets it on the time penalties. So Alex, Blaze, and Slayer, that's a podium for today. And we have Uday coming in P4, Logesh behind him, P5. Mountain Wolf goes P6. Ink and Dark Knight still, they were still battling till the end. But Ink
Yep,
gets P7, courtesy of time penalties for Dark Knight. And he finishes P8, P9 for Saurav Pat, P10 for Ace Scoop. Geetin, Ritesh, and Thermo go up to P11, 12, and 13. Hopefully, Thermo will finish P13. And Alpha Morty and Vinay, the other two drivers, to cross the finish line as we see Alpha Morty crossing the finish line, finishes P14.
yep. As we can see, the top two. I think Blaze won it on track, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yep, but my driver of the day would be with there for sure.
Yep, gaining
Taking
14 positions there.
Yeah, plus
So
taking that
close to the
bold,
podium there.
yeah, taking that bold strategy call as well, pitting for the mediums quite early.
Yep. That's a really fantastic race. What do you think about this, Kaake?
Oh, it was a really close and exciting race for sure. Lots of battles going around the track everywhere. And then Blaze, who started on pole, had a terrible race, to be honest. Picked up few penalties right in the beginning, few laps, and then lost out around 6 or 7 positions. And then did pit in under safety car under wet conditions on slick tires and pulled out a masterclass.
Yep. So there is the driver of the day according to the game. I think that's 100% correct as he has gone up to 14 places, finishing up P3 on track, but then dropping down due to penalties to P4.
Yep, I'll try and get the podium finishes in our VC as soon as we can.
Yep, indeed. Let's have the podium drivers here. As we can see, the finishing order P1 goes to Alex Joseph, who has filled in my shoes and gets the win for Red Bull. And that's P2 for Blaze from the Ferrari. And then we have Slea, P3. Then we have Uday, a beautiful drive from P18 up to P4. Then we have Logesh in the Red Bull, P5. Then we have Mountain Wolf, the championship leader, in P6. Ink, P7. Dark Knight, P8. Saurapat falling down to P9, and then Axis Scoop P10, and we have Gitan Samuel for Alpha Tauri in P11. We have Ritesh in P12, and we have Thermo in P13, and Alpha Morty in P14 for the Aston Martin.
Yeah, brilliant race overall from all these drivers, I would say. So we have our podium finishers in with us in the VC. Let's start with Slayer. P3 finish for you. How was your race?
A pretty simple race. Nothing really to think about apart from the safety car. I think that was the actual transition period between dries and wets, and that's where both the winners, Ajax and Blaze, that's where they got their win. I think it was the best call from them to go onto the slick compound, even though I had much better pace than them towards the end, but still gap was too big to catch up. But apart from that, penalty-free race, pretty simple, nothing too much to think about, and making gains in the championship. So hopefully that helps.
Yep, that's really nice. Were you thinking of the oddball strategy like the guys ahead of pitting on mediums under the safety car?
Yes, I did. I was debating that, in fact, and probably in hindsight, if I did that, then I would have been last in this interview today. Yes. So, anyways, everything can't go your way, and still, nevertheless, both these guys are reserves. So, technical P1 for me.
P1 definitely goes to Ajax. Don't worry about that. We have so thanks, Leah. Thanks for that. Really nice
Yep.
words and congrats on P3.
Thank you, guys.
We have Blaze with us. Blaze, that quali was absolutely terrific for you, but then the race start was not so great. But then the alternate strategy sort of worked out nicely for you.
Yep, restart was definitely the worst restart I have ever had. But strategy really worked. I pitted in the safety car for mediums, and I think that is the only reason I'm here on the podium.
Yep. So was it the only option you had, or did you have a sort of talk with other people, your teammates and stuff, or you were like just YOLO and let's see what happens?
Actually, my race engineer really helped me. He is also one of the biggest reason I am on the podium. And I thought that the dry period will begin more quickly, but it didn't. That also didn't help.
But anyways, a really nice race from you. I'd say a comeback given the race start you had. So really well driven, man, and congratulations on P2.
Well done, Blaze, for P2 as well as the pole position.
Thank you.
As we have Ajax taking the win here. Ajax, what do you think of your race?
Yes, it was a very good race for me. But quali wasn't. It was it was good, but I could have got maybe 1 2 tenths more, maybe even P3. So I saw it was raining, so I took out 1 lap of fuel, so it was 25 laps of fuel instead of 26, and so that helped me get a good start because I knew that on rain, it the fuel levels will come back to me, and with the safety car also, and it did. So I was, I think I was P2 when the safety car came, and Eric Griffin hit me from the back, and I went into a spin. Then I came back into P9. So I decided to pit because I have nothing else left to lose. So, and that worked out very well.
Yep, indeed, that was the right call you made to going on the slick tires. But how do you think? Wow, you did a really good job, on filling the shoes of mine in the Red Bull.
Yes, uh, the first few laps of the slick stint was very difficult. Eric again behind me, and I just let him through. I didn't want to do any shady business, so I just let him by, and I held my own. Towards the end, Blaze, uh, I didn't fight him much, so whenever he came to pass, I just moved to the side and let off the throttle.
Yep,
So
indeed. You and I
yeah,
think Blaze really had really good battles there in the last 8 laps.
yeah. So what happened was in the last lap, after I let him through, uh, I had a moment at turn 2 on the exit, and I half spun. I thought it was over. My heart was literally in my mouth. But then the car came straight again, and I lost about a second to Blaze.
Yep.
And then on, I was just okay. I have no penalties. He has got 9 seconds. There's no point trying to push for P1. So I just let off the throttle, and I just it was a Sunday cruise towards the end.
Yep, indeed. That was a really good drive. Thank you, Ajax, and well deserved win for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, some brilliant racing from our drivers right here. Also, not to mention, not to forget about Uday, who definitely was our driver the day for us commentators as well as from the game as well, gaining 14 positions. So a great job from him. And I guess that brings us to the end of this exhilarating Tier 3 race around the Silverstone Circuit. And we will see you later today at 8 o'clock for our Tier 1 race, where our fastest drivers in the league go head to head, of course, around Silverstone only. So, congrats to all the racers, and thank you, Sai, for commentating here, and of course, Shrock as well for streaming. And we will see you guys later tonight. See you, and bye bye.